What's up, guys? Unfityellowrock here, and this is MW3 Weapon Guide to Success. This is a series where I explain assault rifles, SMGs, and shotguns. I'm not going to do the sniper rifles, LMGs, just because for my own personal purpose, as I think about those guns, because I do not like them, I do not enjoy using them, and I know those aren't like the go-to guns to go for when you're playing game modes like TDM and Domination. Those are the game modes I mostly play for this series. And this is a special new edition. This is a 2012 edition. As you guys know, my first 5 videos, they were in 2011, and now this is 2012. All the rest of it is gonna be 2012. They're gonna be re-edited. They're gonna have highlights. They're gonna have notes on the video. It's gonna have music. I know you guys love music. Everybody loves music. Yay! And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this series, and I'll see you guys later. What is up, everybody? Unfityellowrock here, MW3 Weapon Guide to Success. You guys already know, 2012 edition, as you guys know, or I probably said it in my intro. I don't know. I just did it a few minutes ago, and I already forgot because I got ADHD, baby. And as you guys know, this is 2012 edition. My first 5 videos are in 2011, and those are when I was just testing it out. And I realized this series is gonna go above and beyond. I'm gonna use some music. I'm gonna use more annotating, and I'm gonna use more note taking on what did I do. I'm gonna put stats on the video every time I get my first kill, which is probably gonna come up right about now. So as you see, the stats are right there. You know, you can just read them off. I'm not gonna say anything. It's all personal preference. This series was based on personal preference of the gun, not on the stats, because you know stats really don't make anything on the gun. But if you guys want to read it, go ahead. You can read it yourself. You can see if the gun's okay or average or whatever. But let's get into the gun itself. This is the G36C. This gun is an old favorite, as you guys. All the old school guys, as you guys remember, this is a Call of Duty 4 classic. This gun was in Call of Duty 4, and it was awesome, and it still is awesome in Modern Warfare 3, even, because you know why? This gun is a boss. It's not a beast, it's a boss. You know, it's not one of those guns that people use for go-to. It's one of those guns that are like you know, it's one of those guns that are viable. You know, like if you could put this gun with an M4A1 or the G3. A lot of people would just choose the G3 because the M4A1 is a starting weapon, and you know, usually in Call of Duty, what always happens, the starting weapons aren't really used, like except for the 3 bursts, as in the FAMAS and the M16 and Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4. You know, those guns were always used in the game because they had some sort of damage. You know, and in this game, the M4. Usually, like, even though the M4A1 is a viable option, but you know, using this gun, the G36C, is way better because I think like their stats are kind of like the same. You know, I'll put a link in the description to the Call of Duty forums. Where they have a chart of all the gun stats, so you guys can go check it out. That's the stats I'm actually using to put the stats in for Modern Warfare 3 Weapon Guide to Success, my baby. And yeah, you know, the G3 and the M4A1, there in stats they're all alike, but in personal hand-to-hand, when you're using the gun on your PS3 controller, your Wiimote, your nunchuck, your Xbox controller, this gun it really takes some skills. So first thing first, the iron sights to me personally, it sucks. It absolutely, like, look how big this thing is. This thing is bigger than my asshole. You know, like I don't like looking through it. It's awkward, you know. So like I use like, honestly, I want to start getting into this gun. It's just that I'm not used to the iron sights, you know. Like when I first started using it, I was really excited in getting it. First of all, I was like, oh my god, I got the G3. This gun must be a legend. And when I realized that the iron sights were horrible, it was like, oh my god. And on another part, I'm using this gun with Stalker. So what Stalker does is it makes me move, like while I'm ADSing, but you know, it makes me move faster, quicker than a normal person without Stalker. So it's like with this huge ass iron sight, me with Stalker, like my accuracy is way off. So like personally, my attachments and my perks for this gun would be sleight of hand quick draw. That's what I'm using in this series. I'll use a red dot. Did I mention you guys that for all the guns I use them naked, no attachments, and I pick the gameplays that like are close, that are really like that shows the gun skill, because this is interchange. You know, interchange is one of those Type 95 Type 95-ish maps that people use. They either use the Type 95, the M16, something burst. There's only 2 burst guns, but people usually use the ACR on this map because it has low recoil and stuff, and not really the G3. But you know what? People actually do use the G3 in this map. What are you talking about, Willis? You know, people probably use the G3 well with the red dot sight. You know, the iron sights, I'm telling you, the iron sights aren't really that good. They're decent. They're not even decent. Well, in my personal opinion, you know, probably to another person's opinion, they might just fucking love the G3's iron sights. They're like, oh my god, this is big. That's what she said. You know, I could look through it. It has a nice little line in the middle. That's also what she said. You know, people might like it like that. I don't know. It's all in personal preference. So if you like the iron sights in this on this gun, go for it. But personally, I find it's more successful with a red dot sight, because, you know, it has a red dot sight. You can ADS it. You know, you could get some burst fires instead from some, you know, rapid fires. Spray them down. Spray and downish rapid fire thing. You know, I rather use it with a red dot sight to get more accurate kills. You know, that's the whole point of the game. You know, and when you're shooting somebody in Call of Duty, you want them to drop. You know, you don't want them to stay alive any longer. You want them to drop. You know, so you can win the game, get that W, and go on to the next lobby. You know, so personally, and one thing that I also use the G3 for, I use it as like a support class on my domination, or as my support kill class, is where I use blast shield, blind eye, and I think sit rep. I don't know. With Estrella, and use the support kill streak. I honestly use it for that, but in the beginning I was using the M4A1 because I was like, you know, they're kind of like the same thing, you know. So honestly, the G3 and the M4A1, they're very, very alike there in stats, but in feel they're very different, because the M4A1 has a steady feel, but while the G3 has a more heavy up and down feel. But anyway, guys, the gameplay is coming to an end. We're at 71,000 points, and I'm gonna let you guys listen to the music. I feel like it's some cool music, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.